Hey guys, welcome to my channel today, and I'm here to talk about Action Comics 1059. And so, ordinarily, I would talk about the whole issue, but this is I'm going on a slightly different direction. Um, this book, although it has some great art in it, I'm going to talk about the last story in it. Very disturbing story of, featuring Superboy, which is Superman son, Jon Kent. So let's go through it. This is one of the most, I would say, disturbing, pointless, head-scratching comic book stories I read in modern times. It's called A Heart in Metropolis. Like I said, it features Jon Kent, Superman's teenage son. And you think that he's basically Superboy, okay? He's basically Superboy. They try to make this character, push him into being the new Superman. Of course, it didn't work. I knew it wasn't going to work. There's only one Superman, and that is, Superman, Clark Kent. That's the character every Superman fan buys comic books, Superman comic books, to read about, to watch. It's Superman, Clark Kent. And, this character, Jon Kent, he has a very unique history. He's the product of the marriage between Lois Lane and Superman. And normal, he was born a boy. And for some reason, very weird choices were made with this character. He started off as a kid. He was very popular. Back then, he was being written by the likes of, Dan Jurgens, who is, he's an expert on Superman lore, and he did a fairly good job. Other writers touch upon it, and the title Super Sons came on. It was very popular. It featured this kid, Superboy, and Kid Robin, Damian, Batman's son, and they would pair up and do superheroic stuff in their own unique way. And it was a fun read. I remember buying those books, lighthearted and stuff. But somewhere along the lines came, what's his name? This writer who I hate, his fucking guts, Bendis. Bendis came along. He grabbed this character and he just ran away with it, and he took the character, the kid character, into the future. And then, to make the long story short, he brought him back into the present as a teenager. So right there, the beginning of damage to this character was done. We didn't actually see him grow up or matured. He was automatically fast forwarded into teenage years, and then later on they went and they decided to make him bisexual. For some fucking reason, they just decided that let's make this this character who's very popular, make him a bisexual character. They pushed him into his own title. That's where they wanted him to become the new Superman, by Tom Taylor, another fucking writer I despise. And this Tom Taylor guy, he just grabbed the character and made him the worst, the most unbearable fucking character of them all. Just, you know, it wasn't about superheroics anymore. It wasn't about being Superman or respecting the legacy. It was more about pushing, LGBTQ agendas, ideologies, and all this bullshit. And, just pushing social commentary, inserting their own views. And it just wasn't Superman. It wasn't superheroes. It wasn't fighting evil. It wasn't about building, a rogues gallery for this character, some supervillains for him to fight off. I knew that it was never going to work. So here we are in the present day. The character, that book got canceled. Of course, it didn't last. It got worse. He started as bisexual, but he hasn't had a girlfriend. He just has one boyfriend, and, and here we are. Action Comics 1059, and he's relegated to backstories, and very disturbing backstories. Here we go. Look at it. This is called A Heart in Metropolis, and I'm just gonna look at this imagery here. Homosexual tendency, imagery, sexual imagery. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, just the pictures are worth 1,000 words. Of course, they do, a little switch. He's actually being sprayed by something from these super twins, another pair of characters that are fucking useless. And, if I wish I could tell you that this, I could sum up the story of what this story is all about. As far as I can tell, it's just a day in the gay life of Jon Kent, as he, chats on his phone, and we are shown modern Lois Lane parenting online from far away because she's too busy. She has dates with majors, and she's running the Daily Planet now, and all this modern crap, so-called modern in quotes, this isn't about something, a crime that Superboy has to prevent, some crisis, nothing. It's just, this character doing a lot of gay shit, flirting on the phone, texting with his pink hair boyfriend as his boyfriend is in a bathtub. It's just erotic imagery for the sake of erotic image. It doesn't belong in a comic book. It doesn't belong in Action Comics. It sure as hell doesn't belong in a Superman comic. And it's just, another fine example of a character that has been hijacked by activists and, pushing agendas and shit. It is one of the most disturbing, useless, pointless stories I have ever read. And I forced myself to read it. And even after reading it, I have a hard time telling you what this shit is about. Like I said, it's, as far as I know, it's about this Jon Kent character and his pink hair boyfriend, and just, conjuring up imagery, imitating scenes from the Superman movie, only with two gay characters, and look at this. You think, the kids should be reading this, that, Superman fans will love this, will like this. This goes beyond, comic books. I wish I could tell you it belonged maybe in a romance comic, and maybe it does, but not with these characters, not with a Superman, with Superman Sans character, who has been, like I said, hijacked, and he's been relegated to backstories in Action Comics, and we get all this bullshit. is, you know, just wanted to point out the, you know, the where comic books are at right now. It is just appalling. It is, I guess, the only positive thing I can say about this pointless, almost unreadable story is the art. The art is actually pretty good, but it is wasted on whatever, man. Well, I don't know who this story was for, what kind of audience this story was for. I guess I don't know. I would love to hear from, you know, some viewers. Let me know what, if you like this story, why you liked it, what's the point of it. Is this why you picked up the comic book, for this story? You know, where do you stand on Jon Kent and this shit, you know? It's just some crazy stuff going on in comic books, and a fine example of the ruination of many established characters. So it was, you know, Brian Michael Bendis, I think it was the name I was trying to bring up in my mind. I hate that fucking writer. That writer is just a master of word balloons and just unrealistic, annoying as fuck dialogue. And then Tom Taylor took over that character, and he just dragged them to the ground, and here we are. Here we are, man. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to me. Give me likes, dislikes. If you hate what I said, if you like what I said, whatever, just, you know, I would love some feedback. Thank you for listening, and you know, subscribe to my channel if you can, please. Thank you. Peace.